Welcome to the Cell Guru Show. I've been told today I have to talk less because we've got too much to show you. We'll start off with all the new stuff from Apple. We'll move on to the Vivo V20, one of the biggest jumps in optics. Yes, this phone actually has what very expensive cameras have, eye tracking autofocus. Then we'll move on to our Samsung S20 FE, the fan edition. Samsung says everything the best of S20 brought it to this phone. We'll tell you if that's true or not. And then we'll move on to the Infinix Hot 10. Once again, a phone from Infinix that says that this price and category, there is no other phone. We'll talk also about the MediaTek processor inside. That and a whole lot more happening on the Cell Guru Show. Of course, the biggest news came from Apple, but we'll cover that in a special segment. Lots more news came in from the world of mobiles, including the OnePlus 8T.
Meet the OnePlus 8T, the latest addition to the OnePlus 8 series. The 8T comes with a refreshed design, Snapdragon 865, quad rear setup, 65-watt fast charging and 120Hz screen refresh rate. This newbie will cost 42,999 rupees for 8GB 128GB variant, and 12GB and 256GB variant will cost 45,999 rupees. We will review the OnePlus 8T next week on Cell Guru. Xiaomi takes on OnePlus in the premium market with the launch of the Mi 10T and the Mi 10T Pro. Both the phones are powered by Snapdragon 865 and come with 144Hz screen refresh rate. The new phones run on MIUI 12 and Android 10. Both these phones mainly differ in optics. The Pro includes a 108-megapixel lens as part of the quad camera setup. We will do an in-depth review of the Pro variant soon on the show.
It's the grandest tech product announcement in the entire calendar, but this year Apple Park and Apple Theatre were empty. But very nice virtual tech wizardry and slick video production more than made up for the zero physical presence of no media out there. And lo and behold, we have 4 new iPhones from Apple. They were born into this world. The iPhone 12 range has 4 versions, first time ever 4 phones come out, including a very intriguing iPhone mini. The new phones are powered by Apple's latest A14 Bionic chip, which, as per Apple, is the fastest chipset seen on any smartphone up till now. All the new iPhones are, of course, 5G enabled also, thus future-proof. Now, the most interesting iPhone is the brand new iPhone mini. If you ever wanted all the power of a new iPhone, a screen that stretches to the edges, but a size that fits easily in your hand, well, the mini is for you. The 5.4-inch mini not only comes with the latest A14 Bionic chip, but also packs all other major features like the Pro XDR display and 5G support. In fact, Apple claims that the iPhone 12 mini is the smallest and lightest 5G smartphone in the entire world. Now, in terms of design, big changes. Apple has finally upgraded the looks. Monolith design comes in very reminiscent of the iPad Pro as a phone. They also have ceramic shield display, which is 4 times stronger than any other display in the market right now. The display was developed by Corning and Apple together. Now, in terms of optics, camera, again, some good upgrades out there. The iPhone 12 mini and the 12 come with 2 lenses, a standard lens and an ultra-wide lens. The Pro models come with an additional telephoto lens. Now, the Pro model features LiDAR support, and the iPhone 12 series also support something new called Dolby Vision video recording. And for those that are still wondering if Apple did it or not, well, they did it. Apple has officially removed the charger and the headphones from the box. Thus, whether you think of it as an environmental concern or dismiss it as another way to make lots more money by forcing you to buy a new charger, you will shell out more now for accessories. Lots of new accessories were also announced, including MagSafe chargers and a whole lot more. Prices for the phones were more or less the same as the previous lineup and models. A smaller HomePod mini is here as well. Apple's answer to the Nest Audio and Amazon Echo. This very small speaker packs the same Siri smarts as the full-blown HomePod. The HomePod mini will be available for Rs 9,990. And of course, the big question really is, did Apple do enough? Is there enough in the new 12 series? Should you upgrade? Well, we'll come back with our first impressions on the show very soon. And Now let's move on to the Vivo V20, a very, very impressive phone. Look, there are many things in this phone. We'll go through that in our review, but I'll tell you the two things that really stand out. One, it's really thin. 7.38 mm, still has great battery life, 4000 mAh. But I'll tell you the other big one, because that is a quantum leap forward in optics in camera phones. They put in eye focus auto tracking into this. Now, if you're not familiar with this, this comes in really expensive professional DSLRs and others, and you have to pay huge sums of money for it. Now it's come into a phone. But is it as good? That's the big question.
Vivo phones are known for a strong focus on front-facing cameras, but the company's latest takes a massive leap forward. Yes, we're talking about the Vivo V20, a phone that packs a whopping 44MP front-facing camera with eye autofocus technology. Does the Vivo V20 offer the best selfie camera on a phone? Let's find out in our review. If you like gradients, you're going to love the design of the Vivo V20. We have the Sunset Melody version with us, and it absolutely dazzles in how it shifts shades from blue to purple under a different light. If you prefer something a bit more sober, the phone is available in white and grey as well. Meanwhile, the triple camera layout placed at the top left corner looks professional. The front of the phone has a 6.4-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED screen that has wide viewing angles and is a pleasure to use for watching video content. It goes bright enough to use under direct sunlight, but we wish Vivo had opted for a more modern camera cutout instead of a notch display. Overall, the Vivo V20 feels great in the hand. Weight makes the phone easy to hold all day long. Yes, the phone even includes a headphone jack, and the under-display fingerprint reader is quick to unlock the V20. On the performance front, the Snapdragon 720G delivers admirably. Paired with 8GB of RAM, the FunTouch OS is very well optimized. But what's even more incredible is that the phone already ships with Google's latest Android 11 operating system. Storage starts at 128GB and can easily be upgraded via a micro SD card. The highlight of the Vivo V20 has to be the camera setup. Over at the back is a 64MP main camera that captures well-detailed images. The color processing has an emphasis on saturation, which means that the shots look ready to go straight to social media without needing any edits. The 8MP ultra-wide camera does a good job at capturing landscapes, and there is a 2MP camera for better portraits. The star of the show, however, has to be the 44MP front-facing camera. Yes, you heard that right. The Vivo V20 has a 44MP front camera that includes the company's eye autofocus technology. The phone can track the subject's eye and keep it in focus so that you always get completely sharp selfies. This is a technology that you get on professional cameras. Kudos to Vivo to get it on a smartphone. It's done a brilliant job. The camera can even capture 4K stabilized video, making it a great option if you want to be the next viral sensation on social media. Powering the phone is a 4000 mAh battery with 33-watt fast charging. The frugal processor and Vivo's optimization ensure that the phone keeps going all day long with ease. When it comes time to top up the Vivo V20, fast charging can take the phone from scratch to 100 in about an hour. The Vivo V20 is priced at 24,999 for the 8GB RAM and 128GB storage variant, while the 256GB version is priced at 27,990 rupees, making it excellent value for anyone who wants to step up their selfie game and have the feel of a professional camera in a phone.
I'll keep this really short because we are running out of time and we have lots of things to go on to. Samsung S20 FE Fan Edition. Samsung, like I said, says that they took the best parts of what comes in the S20, which of course is a very expensive phone. They're giving it to you at about half the price. Well, did they cut too much from this phone? Well, our review will tell you all.
Move over flagships, as the Fan Edition is here to rule. Samsung recently introduced the Galaxy S20 Fan Edition and it looks very promising. With great specs and a premium look, it seems like the Korean tech giant has a real winner on their hands. But is it one of the best phones for its price of 49,999 rupees? We find out in our review. The display takes the cake for the S20 FE as it has a big 6.5-inch panel that gets plenty bright. Viewing angles and colors are superb as Samsung continues to dish out great smartphone screens. With tiny bezels and a 20:9 aspect ratio, this is a great phone for entertainment purposes. The phone comes in 6 colors, including lavender, mint and orange. We even loved that Samsung made this a 120Hz panel, which makes everything look smoother and faster. While the phone looks like a flagship, an area where Samsung has cut some corners is the back. The S20 FE has a plastic back. Despite the plastic, the phone has a very premium feel and we liked the finish of it. We thought that the phone would compromise on the optics considering that it is a tier below the flagships, but the S20 FE has pro-level cameras with a triple camera array. It's a 12MP wide camera, an 8MP telephoto lens and a 12MP ultra-wide lens, and we were really happy with the picture quality and color reproduction. Pictures in low light were also good with grain and noise kept to a minimum. The FE also retains the single take feature from the flagship range of devices. The front has a 32MP selfie camera and we were satisfied with the performance of that as well. Moving inside the phone, it has a 4500 mAh battery that lasted us the day. The phone charges via a USB-C cable and it has support for 25-watt fast charging, which meant our top-ups were short and lasted us really long. Samsung has also opted for an in-display fingerprint scanner with the S20 FE in line with their existing flagship devices. On the internals, the S20 FE runs on Samsung's own Exynos 990, which we thought was a bummer considering the superiority of the Snapdragon chips. It comes in variants of 6 and 8 GB for RAM and 128 or 256 GB internal storage. The phone also has support for external storage via a micro SD card baked in the SIM tray. The Cellguru verdict? As the name suggests, the Galaxy S20 FE is a scaled-down version of Samsung's flagship S20 series. While it offers great performance, its price tag of 49,999 rupees may be a bit too much for buyers.
Let's take a quick break right now. On the show, when we come back, lots more happening.
Your smartphone supports fast charging, so why shouldn't your power bank too? That's the mantra Oppo seems to be following with its latest battery pack. The Oppo Power Bank 2 supports 18 watts charging in both directions. This means that not only can the power bank be fast charged, but it will also rapidly top off your smartphone. The power bank is compatible with quick charge, USB power delivery, and other fast charging systems, which means that most phones should be compatible. The battery capacity here is 10,000 mAh, which should be enough to charge your phone almost 2 times from scratch. Talking about ports, the battery pack includes 2 full-size USB ports and a USB-C port, allowing you to charge multiple devices simultaneously. Oppo claims to have a 12-factor safety assurance to ensure that the power bank doesn't heat or pose a safety hazard no matter where you're using it. Priced at 1,999 rupees, the Oppo Power Bank 2 is a great option if you want a reliable battery pack to keep in your bag and quickly charge your phone. Next up is the Icon Snug Swag Pro. The true wireless earphone once again has a focus on fit and comfort. Walking around, we had no issues at all with the earphones falling off, and Bluetooth connectivity was rock solid too. Elsewhere, you get 5 hours of battery life, which is standard for true wireless earphones. Combined with the case, you can enjoy 17 hours of music. The earphones support gestures for control and even have voice assistant support. But what really stood out for us was the call quality. Icon has placed emphasis on microphone clarity, and it shows. These earphones are an excellent option if you make a lot of phone calls. Priced at 4,999 rupees, the Icon Snug Swag Pro delivers a well-polished product that's a good alternative to other true wireless earphones in the market.
Let's move on now to the Infinix Hot 10. I have to say, MediaTek has come a long way. There was a time when companies would actually announce that they have a MediaTek processor inside, but not say MediaTek. They'd only talk about that it has this kind of octa-core processor or something. Now, companies put it outside the box. This has the MediaTek G70. Now, it's a full gaming phone, high-performance phone, under 10,000 rupees. So it's a great one. We'll take a look at the phone and we'll take a look at the processor.
It scores a 10 on the hotness scale, and yet it looks incredibly cool to hold. The Infinix Hot 10 makes a big and instant impact as this tall phone is packed with features. All in a phone that is priced under 10,000 rupees. But does it translate into great performance? We find out in our review. Infinix is going big on gaming with the Hot 10. With a huge screen that measures 6.78 inches, it has great colors and looks good. The big display does have some bezels around it and a camera cutout in the top left corner. But it manages to push some great looking content across. Gaming on the big screen was a delight, as we could see so much more. While we did miss a higher refresh rate screen, it was still a pleasant experience. The MediaTek Helio G70 chip does wonders on this phone and makes it a great gaming machine. We did not face any lags and performance was smooth and snappy. Moving to the cameras, the phone has a 16 megapixel AI quad camera array at the back. It has support for ultra macro shots and even a super night mode. The MediaTek processor works hard on the camera performance as the Hot 10 clicks some decent shots in the day. The macro shots on the phone were really impressive. The MediaTek processor also cleaned up a lot of noise in the night mode shots on this phone. The front of the phone has an 8 megapixel selfie shooter and we found its performance a bit underwhelming. What we did like, however, was that the phone has a headphone jack, and we also like the overall sound output of the phone as it has support for DTS surround sound. The phone also has a rear-mounted fingerprint scanner that's fast and accurate. It has a big 5200 mAh battery that lasted us well over a day. But we did miss having a USB-C input as Infinix opted for micro USB charging. The phone runs on Android 10 out of the box, but Infinix has skinned it with XOS 7. Performance on the phone is really good as the Helio chip works its magic seamlessly. And we didn't face any lags or issues while using the phone. It has 6 GB RAM and 128 GB internal storage with the option to have expandable storage. For a price of Rs 9,999, this phone surely has a lot to offer. It is a great entertainment hub in your hands with a battery that will last long. If you want great performance under the 10,000 price mark, the Infinix Hot 10 is a hard phone to beat.
That then was the Cell Guru show for this week. But do remember, if today was incredible, the next week is even more so. We've got the Google Pixel 4a. They did actually get it to India, and the OnePlus 8T. Two biggies next week. See you then.